of Touchdown Treasures. We specialize in odd and unusual football memorabilia.
Okay, and one of those odd and unusual football memorabilia categories is bobbleheads, and of course tons of other sort of figurines and whatnot. Michael, just tell me about how these acquisitions started.
I decided about 27 years ago that I wanted to sell football memorabilia. There's lots of baseball out there, that's what most people collect, but I didn't want to be like everybody else, so I wanted to do the odd, the unusual, and preferably older memorabilia. And, you know, as young kids, depending on how old you are, you know, these nodders were quite popular. Unfortunately, paper mache and kids were a bad idea, so not very many of them survived.
So these, I made the misnomer of calling them bobbleheads. So were they called nodders at first? Is that the historical
go by many
term?
different things.
Okay.
Bobbleheads, bobbers, nodders.
Maybe a regional thing. People call them different things in different areas or something.
No, everybody adapted to their own little thing. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it a regional thing.
Yeah.
But yes.
What's the most unusual thing here at the Touchdown Treasures booth at the National here?
The most unusual. That's a good one. Probably this piece here. It's a color image of Vince Lombardi autographed. It's the only known one that I'm aware of. Vince Lombardi did sign different things, but he didn't sign a whole lot. But I have never ever seen a color image of him autographed.
Okay. And that's the weirdest thing on display. You must have seen some crazy stuff or had stuff that people might have wanted to sell to you. Does anything come to mind?
I did have a couple early World Championship game programs offered to me. The most recent one was a 1932 championship game, which was quite unusual because it doesn't say championship on the game, and it was suspected that really the 33 is the first one. We were able to determine that the 32 was really the first one, so that was nice.
And Michael, how has the National treated you so far since you've been here?
This year it's been slow. I think, you know, obviously the economy has a large impact to that. The crowds aren't as strong as they used to be. But, you know, it's still a fun show to do. I look forward to it each and every year. This is the only show I do this elaborate of a setup.
Right. Why do you think the National is such an important thing for the hobby to retain?
Well, personally, I think they should be bouncing around to different parts of the country so everybody gets a chance to come, because, you know, if you're not from the general area of where the National is, this year being in Chicago, you know, if you're from Florida or some other place, realistically, you're going to have to fly. Well, that makes it expensive.
Right.
That's less money you can spend on the memorabilia.
Sure.
But it's a walking museum here. I mean, you get to see some of the best of the best.